do you still even today come across some companies are using some ATS or HR systems that don't integrate
Yes.
well? Or now just, and how do you solve for it, or you just have to skip?
No, no, we just have to patiently wait. So let's take an example of some random HRMS system, right? Who doesn't
Yeah.
uh, have the
Integrate
need or
well.
whatever
Yeah.
to integrate. Let's say TCS
Yeah.
Chroma is one of the HRMS.
Yeah.
Some companies using it, somehow
Yeah.
that don't integrate.
Yeah.
Now it is upon the client to decide that, hey, there's this pain of
Hmm.
download from there, uploading an Excel file, CSV file on your software. Most of the times
Yeah.
I'll tell you why they're open to doing that, because even today, not 100% of people data would be there in HRMS system that can be relied on to. Payroll data will still be
Hmm.
in your payroll software or in some Excel sheet, which is why
Hmm.
people are still open. If you have a big enough value proposition,
Hmm.
use your software as a standalone. Compup would have integrated
Okay.
with 70% of its customers. 30% of the customers still use it as a standalone.
Standalone.
In
Nice.
Yeah.
some customers use this as the single source of truth for everything compensation data. Their HRMS
Oh,
not
reverse.
even
Yeah.
exactly.
Yeah.
Their HRMS does not even have
Yeah.
compensation data. They'll directly take a dump
Ah,
from Compup to run the next
comp up.
payroll.
Yeah.
So they
Yeah.
have found a way of how you can,
Yeah.
use this system
Makes
standalone.
sense.
And I think this is the reason why we as founders also should be cautious that the privilege of building a platform is always with payroll systems, because that they'll not do away with. Which means if a payroll
Yeah.
system is able to build a better time management, if eventually
Hmm.
are able to build a better performance management, eventually are able to build a
People
better
will buy that. Yeah.
compensation management, they will
Yeah.
always use that. Which means you'll have to be at least 2 3 steps ahead for them to be able to consider you. Otherwise there's no need. Right?
Hmm.
I see, of all the enterprise customers that I am already in touch with, right? Very
Hmm.
few of them use performance management software which are standalone. They always use performance management systems of their
Bundled.
HRMS system, because now performance
Hmm.
management
Ah.
as a module, HRMSs are decently there. There's not much of a
Yeah.
delta.
Yeah.
Of course,
Yeah.
Yeah.
companies which are like very pro for performance, and Sprinto, for example, although they're a small company, they're not like an enterprise, but small company, they
Yeah.
still use a standalone, software for performance management. But a 5,000
Yeah.
employee company will not use it. So eventually,
Hmm.
Okay.
graduate to a place where you'll start using a Darwin box or a success factors or a workday, and will use their performance management module. It is just that
Hmm.
we have to stay 2 steps ahead of the curve for them to even consider us, and rely
Consider.
on that product innovation, that depth, that hey, let us build a better product, let us build a better product. Otherwise we don't have the privilege to become a platform. It is lying with the
Yeah.
payroll system.
Yeah. 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 Because that's their primary. They're never gonna do away with
Never
that.
gonna do
Yeah.
away with that, right? And hence they have all the right to eventually acquire, eventually build. All of that lies with them.
Yeah. It's funny. I just realized, Harsh, that Anurag said that, he's focused on this leakage at the very
Yeah.
bottom of the funnel of recruiting. It's funny, Anurag, because we are at the very top
Top of
of
the funnel
funnel
leakage.
of recruiting. And what we care about is leakage as well.
Yeah.
Like, what we're trying to do is basically when someone applies to when someone's resume is seen, when an interview is taken, that's a long gap, especially in profiles where you get a lot of inbound applications and people drop off, right? If you reach out to someone a month and a half later, they're going to drop off, they're going to get a job. So literally that's the problem we are solving, that we are compressing that from 2 months to 1 week.
God.
So it's just very, so when you said, okay, now we were solving the bottom of funnel and now we are also going to do something, you were about to say it and I was praying, please don't say top of funnel, please don't say top of funnel.
No, help me understand. So when you say top of the funnel, Ranil, essentially all the applicants that come in, that apply to a job, post
Yeah.
that is where you come in.
Yes.
Yes, exactly
Okay.
then.
Okay.
Yeah. So we don't help them source yet.
Right.
We are working on that. Right now, let's say you put a post on LinkedIn
Right.
and you just promote that post and people apply. Now, usually what happens if you try to hire for a mid-level software engineer, in 2 days, you're going to get 2,000 applicants.
Right.
Easy.
Correct.
right? And going through those resumes is no easy
Painful.
feat.
Yeah.
So right now, what we've done is our AI actually takes the resumes, reads them based on the nuances you asked it to look at.
Correct.
It also knows the job post. It has enough context.
Correct.
It also has a enriched information about the companies that the candidates worked in the past, like all that goes through the resume, scores them, moves them to the next round. Then the AI emails the candidate that you have been promoted to the next round. We want to interview you. Please schedule.
Oh, nice.
That they have this whole conversation over email. Then the scheduling happens, and then the AI calls them and takes the interview. And then the AI
Nice.
assesses them after the interview. So till now, no human interaction. And then once the scoring is done for that interview, and then we have a threshold. After that threshold, whoever moves ahead, then again human HRs come into play. So
Got it.
from application to first interview, there's no human involved. Even in
Perfect.
like in your ATS system, moving the cards on the Kanban board, it just happens automatically.
Wonderful. Very big problem to solve. And
Yeah.
now when people can, create resumes so quickly, very
Yeah. Yeah.
contextual, where every resume looks like this job has been made for this
Perfect.
person only, right? So perfect.
Yeah.
Apart from just filtering resumes, because now it is very difficult to filter also. The first
Yeah.
round analysis of that, and then actually giving me, hey, by the way, this was not relevant. That is
Mm,
Yeah.
next phase of the problem.
yeah.
That
Yeah.
now that
For sure.
just resume filtered is not clean. Now I
Not
first
clean. Yeah.
round
Yeah.
and then that is clean. So very big problem. Nice, nice. Well,
Yeah.
okay, good to know. So again, now of course, ATSs have thousand things to solve for, similar to how HRMSs have thousand things to solve for.
Exactly. Exactly. Yeah.
Mm,
Eventually,
Yeah.
they will come and they'll realize that, hey, instead of building, partner with somebody like Ronil and Harsh, so that our customers are
Yeah.
able to leverage this. So you have a
yeah.
full
Yeah.
opportunity to
Yeah.
solve for your GTM by partnering with the
Yeah.
right ATS systems. And I think you should
Platforms.
Yes.
Yeah.
focus on doing that. I mean, that is crazy GTM, because again, if you're
Yeah.
selling to startups, that is okay. But if you're selling to enterprises,
Yeah.
sales cycles tend to be 4 to 6 months long. Then the contract will
Easily.
come.
Yes.
Easily.
Yes.
Yeah.
Building top of
Yeah.
the funnel for your company becomes a challenge, versus if you're going through the partnership route, you just have solved for that. And I think that will
Yeah.
be a game changer if you're able to crack some 2 3 good deals. That'll be good. That will
That's so good to hear.